Hello everyone, Sir Bucky here, back with another Ask a Guide. Today I want to go over the highly requested earthen wall and trench builds that we've seen now as part of CZ's, Sphinx and Dark Wolves settlement showcases. Both the earthen wall and trench are enormous projects and require a lot of time and finessing, but the results are both visually incredible and also defense-wise there is nothing better, since both designs force Blood Moon hordes and invasions into predictable locations because, as it turns out, if you wall off or entrench an entire village and only have a handful of access points, then you can only get attacked from those access points, meaning your defenses can be more concentrated rather than spread out. Who'da thunk? Also, let me know in the comments if you are Team Trench or Team Earthen Wall. And let's get going. Starting off with the earthen wall, you are going to want to begin construction at a height that the mobs will not be able to scale, obviously. Currently, the highest point on the map is pretty much the back of the cave shown here, though on my Helheim series world I have a really nice hill at roughly the same height, so I'm going to start there instead as I have already cleared out most of the surrounding trees. Now, you absolutely do not need to make your earthen wall this high, but I will because it's going to be ridiculous and fun. Ridiculously fun, even. So start off by using the landscaping tool at your desired height and drag it out as far as you can at about 2 or 3 cells wide. Flatten out the area, then try again. Depending on the height difference between the top and the bottom, you will either be able to keep doing this or it will show up in red and block you, like you see here. Once the height difference is too great, you're going to have to switch to the watchtower. This building is really good at this because it doesn't get blocked by terrain height changes nearly as much as the other buildings. The watchtower is also a 2x3 footprint, which when placed sideways is also the perfect width for a wall. So what you're going to want to do is get the watchtower about as close as you can to the edge of your wall, preferably sideways, and then plop it down. If it worked, you'll get those green leveling cells in front of you, and a few will actually be over the edge of the terrain, meaning that when you level them with a hoe, you'll raise the ground up. Once leveled, hit T to cancel the build. Then it's really just a case of rinse and repeat. Occasionally you will get too close to the edge and it'll wig out, and just ignore the terrain leveling step and go straight to the blueprint. If that happens, just cancel the build like before and try again. If you want to make a turn and you can't put the watchtower down at an angle due to spacing, then you can use the rain collector to start off a new angle before transitioning back to the watchtower. Then complete your wall by either fully enclosing the village in a square as Sphinx did, or you can extend the wall out into the deep ocean as shown here. Either way will ensure that the mobs will not be able to get by. You can then place fences on the top of your walls for a bit of safety and aesthetics. For access points into and out of the village, Sphinx used the dirt path tool at the part of the wall where his mine was, since there is that naturally occurring hill nearby. Then he sort of finessed his way down from the top of that hill to ground level. Since my example wall has this huge hillside leading down in multiple directions, I opted to simply take a slightly lower height and cut away a section of the hillside slightly lower down. I then fortified my one access point with a gate, some walls and towers, while Sphinx used the world's gnarliest killing corridor. Amazing. I'm still in love with this. You can also use the lookout tower to cut a path through your wall and slap a gate in the gap for something quick and easy. If the earthen wall isn't your style, then you can also build a reverse wall, also known as a trench. This is built in much the same way, only instead of taking a high point, you instead take a low point, preferably the beach. Then you just cut into the ground outside your village. So as with the wall, you can start off by using the terrain leveling tool, but eventually may have to swap to the lookout tower. Access points here are actually quite simple. Use either the leveling terrain tool or water collector to span the gap across the trench, then fortify the inside with gates, walls, towers and patrol flags. Though the mobs have no real way to get across the trench, do consider building a wall on the interior, both for aesthetics and also to stop Paul, the village drunk, from slipping into the trench on his way home from the pub. And there you have it, the earthen wall or trench. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to let me know what team you're on. Are you team trench or team earthen wall? And thank you again so much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, then please consider grabbing a sub, dropping a like or leaving a comment. And for more guides or to catch up on my latest adventure, then just click on one of the videos on screen now, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio.